You lie awake again. The ceiling stares back at you, blank and accusing. Outside, the city hums, oblivious to the storm in your mind. Every sound is magnified. The ticking of the clock becomes a drum, relentless, marching your thoughts into battle. You tell yourself you're just thinking, just preparing, just planning. But you know, deep down you've already crossed the line from thinking to tearing yourself apart. It started with small things, almost invisible. That email you didn't send because it wasn't perfect. That conversation you overanalyzed until the words felt foreign. You remember every single what if that didn't happen and replay them as if they were mistakes. You chase them in your head one after another, never letting them go. Overthinking isn't just a habit. It's a predator. It disguises itself as care, responsibility, wisdom, but it doesn't care about you. It just feeds. You scroll through your phone, looking for distraction. Notifications light up the screen like fleeting sparks, temporary relief. Social media shows lives that seem easier, bolder, brighter. You wonder why theirs looks effortless while you're trapped in your own mind, running circles on a track with no finish line. You tell yourself to stop comparing. You know the words are hollow. The comparison is automatic. It gnaws at you, relentless. In your mind, each decision becomes a labyrinth. Should I speak? Should I act? Should I risk rejection? Should I try? You've spent months, years even, thinking of what could be, of what might happen, and in that endless loop you've built walls so high around yourself that the world outside seems distant, unreal. You've created a cage with the bars of doubt and hesitation. At work, at home, in relationships, opportunities pass like shadows at dusk. You notice them, see them for what they are, and yet before you can reach out, overthinking whispers, not yet. Wait, what if you fail? What if they say no? What if you embarrass yourself? And so, you wait, you hesitate, you retreat. The moment vanishes and your dreams, once bright and tangible, fade into gray. You try to fight it sometimes. You tell yourself to breathe, to act, to let go. You write lists, make plans, visualize success, but overthinking is patient, cunning. It waits in the corners of your mind, whispering doubts, conjuring fears, questioning motives. It turns every possibility into a threat, every choice into a risk. You think you are cautious, wise. The truth is, you are trapped. Even in love, overthinking steals the warmth. You want to speak your heart, to express yourself, but your mind spins scenarios of rejection, misinterpretation, failure. You imagine every word being dissected, every gesture misread. You stay silent, letting affection rot in your chest. You watch others connect effortlessly, and a hollow pang echoes inside, You wonder why love seems simple for them and impossible for you. The night deepens and reality blurs. The walls of your room stretch and bend. Shadows grow long, forming shapes that leer at you. Mirrors multiply, reflecting your face in endless variations, each one accusing, doubting, questioning. The ticking clock accelerates. You can hear every heartbeat like a drum, every breath like a shout. Your thoughts spiral, the what-ifs become monsters. Every possible failure, rejection, regret. They crowd the room, suffocating, relentless. You remember the dreams you once had. The career path you imagined, the risks you swore you'd take, the adventures you longed for, they feel like ghosts now. You reach for them in your mind, but they slip through your fingers. Each moment you hesitated, each fear you indulged, each doubt you listened to has chipped away at the life you wanted. Overthinking didn't just slow you down, like it devoured your future, piece by piece. You walk through the city streets in your mind, symbolic and surreal. Buildings lean over you, casting shadows that twist into faces you've failed. Streets fork endlessly, each path branching into infinite possibilities, all lined with signs that scream your indecision. You see yourself in all of them. The man who could have acted but didn't, who could have spoken but stayed silent, who could have risked but hid. You are everywhere and nowhere. The city is a maze and you are lost inside it. Somewhere in the distance, a light flickers, a chance you might have taken, a dream you might have chased. You reach for it, but your hands close on emptiness. The light recedes, another opportunity passes, and another. The city around you darkens. The air thickens. You realize that the noise in your head, the endless looping questions and fears, isn't just a nuisance, it is lethal. It has killed your dreams quietly, invisibly. Not with violence, not with force, but with hesitation, silence, and inaction. You see your life as a series of abandoned chances. Friends who moved ahead while you paused, projects that succeeded without you. Moments that were once yours, now belonging to someone braver, someone less cautious. You remember telling yourself that waiting, preparing, thinking, analyzing, that it was all for your benefit, you were protecting yourself. But the protection was an illusion. The enemy was within. Even as the realization hits, your mind spins. Could you still act? Could you still save something? Perhaps. But the clock is unforgiving. Every tick, every second has already written what cannot be undone. The opportunities you wasted have calcified into absence. The dreams you failed to pursue whisper mockingly, reminding you that overthinking is not just a habit and it is a killer of futures. You collapse onto the floor of your symbolic city, surrounded by mirrors and shadows. You try to speak to the versions of yourself that linger in the reflections, begging them to act, to try, to choose. But their mouths remain sealed. Their eyes are hollow. They are gone. You are left with the echo of your own hesitation, the silence of dreams never realized. And then, as the world tilts completely into darkness, you understand. The noise never stops. Overthinking cannot be silenced once it has fully taken hold. You thought you had time. You thought you had tomorrow, next week, next year. But time has moved without you. The life you could have lived is gone, and all that remains is the memory of what might have been. The city fades, the shadows vanish, the mirrors shatter. You are alone with the echo of your own mind. The noise is deafening. And in that silence, you realize the bitter truth. You were never just overthinking. You were killing your dreams, one hesitation at a time, and no one can save them now.